Hello everyone and welcome back. So today in this video we are going to differentiate between the various types of taxes that are imposed under the Islamic taxation system. As you can see here that we have mentioned the following taxes like Ushr, Kharaj, khams, Zakat and Jizya. All these types of taxes that are mentioned here, we will go through it in details one by one. Apart from this, we will also discuss that the types of the taxes that are imposed only on non-Muslim subject, you can say only on Hindus, or the taxes that are imposed only on the Muslim subject. We will discuss it in a detail, but make sure that you have subscribed this channel and also press the bell icons, right? So let us move forward and discuss it one by one. So first is Usr, right? First is Usr. This taxes basically imposed on the crop produce. Like suppose this is a tract of the land and it yields, let's say, 1 quintals of grains. Now upon this you have to notice that 10% of the produce imposed on the irrigated land and 5% on the non-irrigated land. Now suppose 1 quintal is yields your yields, like now if your land is comes under the irrigated land, then 10% of it, you can say 100 kg, sorry 10 kg, so 10 kg will be the tax. And if your tract of land comes under the non-irrigated land, then 5% of your produce will be as a tax. Like apart from that, this tax is only imposed on the Muslim subject. It is not imposed on the non-Muslim subject. It is only imposed on the Muslims only, right? So basically what should you need to keep in mind is that it is imposed on the crop produce, right? Apart from that, it is fixed as a 10% on irrigated land and 5% on non-irrigated land, right? So this should be kept in your mind. Next is Kharaj. Now what does Kharaj mean? Basically it is a land tax. It is independent of the produce. It is not dependent on the what amount you have produced or the amount of your yields. It is basically imposed on the land as a land taxes, right? It is imposed on non-Muslims, right? And it's ranged between one third to 1 second, right? Half, one third to half. So okay, so this is the Kharaj. Now, what you should to remind here that it is a non-Muslim tax. It is imposed on the non-Muslim subject. It's ranged light between 1 by third to 1 by half. You can say half, right? So this is the Kharaj. Whereas we have already mentioned that the Usr is on the imposed on the crop produce, right? Now let us move to the third one is khams. Now this is tax on the war booty and it is also imposed on the hidden treasure. Now suppose a ruler conquest an area, right? Suppose their soldier conquest an area and they got huge amount of wealth, or you can say booty. Now on this booty, the share or the amount will be distributed among the rulers and among the soldiers, which as you can see here, it's 1 by 5th part is given to the ruler and 4 by 5th part is given to the soldiers, right? Apart from that, you can see here that in during the Firoz Shah, the rural share made 4 by 5th, right? And the soldier share is 1 by 5th. Now suppose if you have a 5 part, then 1 part will go to ruler and 4 part will go to soldier. But under the Firoz Shah, this is reversible, right? This is reverse. So khams is basically imposed on the war booty and the hidden treasure, right? Now let us move to next one is zakat. Zakat basically levied on only on the Muslim. As earlier I have told that Usr, right? Usr is also mentioned only on non-Muslim, and Zakat it also mentioned only on the Muslim. It is used for the welfare and the needy Muslims. Now, when we talk about welfare, you can say here that you can use it on the making of the madrasa, you can say, or given the takabi loan to the Muslim peasants. And if anyone who is unemployed, then the incentives will be given to them. So this tax, that is zakat tax, is basically used for the welfare and needy people, and it is based on the income, not on the crop produce or the land taxes, but it is based on income. And 2.5% of the income is derived as a tax. And the last one is Jizya. Now Jizya is basically a non-Muslim taxes, and basically when any Muslim ruler established their empire on any part of the country or any country, basically the non-Muslim people called the jimmis. Jimmis in Islamic law means be protected, right? So it is imposed on the jimmis, that is non-Muslims, subject under the Islamic law. One thing that you should keep in mind, that is women, children, handicapped, unemployed, and Brahmins were exempted under this tax. But under the Firoz Shah, you can see that the this imposed on the Brahmins also, but it was exempted unemployed, handicapped, children, and women. But it was imposed on the Brahmins also during the Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Akbar repealed it Jizya, but later imposed by the Aurangzeb. Now, Aurangzeb was an orthodox Muslim, right? He tried to, you can say that they are not really interested in imposing the jizya, but under the influence of their nobles and also under the following of the Shariat law, Aurangzeb again imposed the jizya taxes. So I think that we have discussed various types of taxes that are imposed under the Islamic taxation system. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask this in your comment section, and make sure please subscribe this channel and also press the notification bell, right? So best of luck, let's meet in next video.